They're off. A sluggish beginning by Tote of London in the 7-runner Tote.ie Alleged Stakes. It's a group race over a mile 2 and already well spaced out. It is Galen who takes them along from Jan Brueghel in second. Third is Crypto Force, and then Crystal Black, who's followed by Sons and Lovers. Together at the rear of the field are Wadhan and Tote of London. The leader is Galen and Browne McMonagle by 2 to 3 lengths from Jan Brueghel and Ryan Moore in second, and then Crypto Force and Billy Lee. Crystal Black is next under Colin Keane as they reach the final 7 furlongs, and then Sons and Lovers, Chris Hayes, Wadhan, Declan McDonough on the inside of Tote of London and Wayne Lorden. Continuing towards the top of the track with 6 furlongs to go. In front is Galen by 2 lengths to Jan Brueghel, unbeaten Ledger winner of 24. In third place is Crypto Force and then Crystal Black. Sons and Lovers, Tote of London relegates Wadhan to be the back marker as they reach the 5 furlong point, marking the halfway stage in the Tote.ie Alleged Stakes. It's Galen, followed closely by Jan Brueghel, and third is Crypto Force, then Crystal Black. Had a brilliant campaign last season. The back 3 are Sons and Lovers, Tote of London and Wadhan. Very few changes as they run round the home turn. And it's Galen re-establishing a 3 lead. Shaken up in second is Jan Brueghel, and then Crypto Force and Crystal Black, Sons and Lovers, Wadhan and Tote of London. Racing to the final quarter, and it is Galen. Galen continues in the lead with 2 to run from Jan Brueghel, and then comes Crypto Force, and Crystal Black is trying to stay on ahead of Sons and Lovers, then Wadhan and Tote of London. It is Galen not stopping in front, maintains a good 3-length advantage over Jan Brueghel, who's not looking the most easiest of rides, and it is Galen from start to finish in the Alleged for Browne McMonagle and Jan O'Brien as Jan Brueghel takes defeat for the first time in his career. Sons and Lovers ran on into the third late on ahead of Crystal Black.
Could be a good afternoon here at the Curragh for trainer Joseph O'Brien. It certainly started on the best note with Green Sense landing the opener. Joseph, plenty of chat about her before, and she'd obviously been pleasing you at home. Did you see pretty much everything you were hoping for there?
Yeah, it's probably more, Gary, to be honest. We hoped that she'd run very well and that there was a fillies race in a few weeks' time, that she'd go back for the fillies maiden and be hard to beat there. But you'd have to be really impressed with her attitude today, and she went through the line very well, and she's a very nice prospect going forward. Delighted for Simon and Isaac, and Anthony Bromley bought her as a yearling, as you know, and delighted to have a filly, you know, of her potential for the team.
Seems to be a lot of expectation about Starman in his first season. Are you impressed by what you've seen of them all so far?
Yeah, like I mean, he obviously had the impressive filly a couple of weeks ago, and this filly had always looked very nice at home, and I mean, you couldn't start the season much better.
Fantastic. What would be in your mind for the immediate next step?
Curragh of the County won this race last year, and we went straight to Ascot, and maybe with hindsight we probably should have given him another run. In the meantime, he would have had a little bit more street sense, so probably we'd go somewhere between now and Ascot, and you know, either the Marble Hill or the fillies race at Naas would be the 2 logical races.
I guess the hope is she'll be an Albany horse, though, is it?
I guess so, yeah. I think 6 is a lovely trip for her. She's got loads of pace, and that's the dream.
Excellent. Joseph, a few chances to come. Gutsy Girl, Dylan was just saying he's pretty optimistic on the quick turnaround. Are you?
Yeah, sure. Listen, I've no reason to think at home that there's any issues, but when you have a long layoff and you back up a week later, it's always you'd be a little bit nervous. But if she returns in the same form that she was in last week, she should run well.
And you're well represented in both the group races. What's your feeling about the trio in the Alleged Stakes in particular?
Galen obviously is fit from Dubai. He had a few runs there. He was running pretty consistently well to that kind of 105-ish rating. Obviously there's a couple of highly rated customers in the race today, but he has race fitness, which is a help, and both of the other 2 horses, it's their first runs for us, so we're just learning about them, and it'll be interesting to see how they go.
And Joseph, just before we wrap up, if we just pan to the right there, we'll see former trainer Michael Halford part of the winning entourage here. Exciting news, Michael's going to come on board your team, is that right?
Yeah, Michael hopefully will be part of the team going forward, and it'll be a real pleasure for us and a huge asset to us, and we're looking forward to the season.
He's had a brilliant career himself, Michael. Obviously, what in particular is he going to bring to your operation?
Yeah, I think just an array of experience and a help on race day and at home as well. So we're looking forward to joining the team, and we have a fantastic team of people that here you see at the track, but also at home, and we're looking forward to working together in the season.
Exciting times, Joseph, as ever. Thanks for your time. Well done.
Thanks, Gary.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Browne McMonagle's won the first of the Curragh Green Sense. Dylan, plenty of confidence. It appeared behind her beforehand. How impressed were you by that?
Yeah, really good. She's a very straightforward filly with a great temperament. You can ask her to do anything, and you could see in her run she was very straightforward. She knew her job, and she was quick through the line as well.
Were you pretty much happy at all stages? That's how it looked from the outside.
Yeah, it was really good. She jumped and was travelling a little bit strong for the first furlong, but did relax into the race good, and it was only a matter of pressing the button, and hopefully she would hold off the rivals. But I felt like the more I asked her, the more she was stretching away, and she was good through the line.
How much improvement is there in her, do you reckon?
Well, as you know, everything of Joseph's always does improve for her first run, so I'm sure she will only get better, but there's plenty of size to her as well, so she's only going to develop.
Great start, lots of chances to come. Not going to ask you about them all, but what in particular are you looking forward to?
Yeah, Gutsy Girl is probably the main one. She had a really good run the last day in Cork, her first run first, and I'm sure she'll take a nice step forward. Dropping back to 5 won't be a problem to her, so hopefully she gets off the mark, but there's a couple more there as well. Nice chances, so delighted to get one on the board so far.
Good man, well done, thanks.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.